The 13th season of NCHC hockey begins this weekend with all 9 teams playing either NCAA or exhibition games. This is our weekly look ahead at some great college hockey. It's another season of the NCHC Morning Skate. One of the best matchups in the country has preseason number 14 Arizona State hosting preseason number 5 Penn State out of the Big Ten. The Sun Devils, picked 4th in the conference preseason media poll, were the surprise team in their first season in the NCHC last year. They finished in second place and racked up 21 wins overall. The Sun Devils lost their top 3 scorers to graduation, but co-captain Bennett Chimick is ASU's leading returning scorer with 15 goals and 37 points. Sophomore forward and Calgary Flames first-round draft pick Cullen Potter was selected preseason All-NCHC as well. The last time these two teams played was December of 2020 when the Nittany Lions swept a pair of games in University Park. Both games of this top 15 non-conference series can be seen nationally on NHL Network. Also in NCAA action this weekend, Colorado College hosts Connecticut of Hockey East. The Tigers placed 6th in the NCHC last year and are picked to finish 5th this season. CC returns 3 of its top 5 scorers from a year ago, led by sophomore Owen Beckner, who had 27 points. The Tigers also returned senior goalie Caden Mbarico, a former NCHC Goaltender of the Year who had 15 wins last season. These two schools have played just once before. CC beat the Huskies in a single game in Storrs, Connecticut back in January of 2015. Our third non-conference matchup pits Minnesota Duluth against independent Alaska Fairbanks in the last frontier. Last year, UMD finished 7th in the NCHC, but the Bulldogs were chosen 6th in this year's preseason poll. Gone is their leading scorer from a year ago, Dominic James, but the Bulldogs return their next 4 scorers, all of whom had more than 20 points. They're led by sophomore Max Plant, who was 4th in the NCHC with 1.22 points per game as a rookie. UMD is 6-1-1 all-time against Alaska, with the Nanooks earning a tie and a win in Duluth this past January. Miami begins NCAA play against Ferris State of the CCHA in Oxford this weekend. The Redhawks have undergone an extensive roster change with just 7 returners from last season's team that went winless in NCHC play. MU's new-look roster includes 12 freshmen and 21 newcomers overall. Last season, the Redhawks played 2 games against Ferris State in Big Rapids. Both games ended in ties and shootout wins for the Bulldogs. Also this weekend, St. Cloud State opens NCAA play against future NCHC member St. Thomas at home on Saturday. The Huskies were picked to finish 8th in the NCHC preseason media poll, the same place they finished last year. SCSU returns 4 of its top 5 scorers from last season, but will need to find a replacement in goal for Isaac Posh, a former All-Rookie team member who had 12 wins last season. A year ago, the Huskies opened the season with a 1-0 win over St. Thomas in St. Paul. Before battling the Tommies on Saturday, SCSU hosts an exhibition game against Augustana of the CCHA on Friday. In other exhibition action, national preseason number 1 and defending national champion Western Michigan begins with a game against the U.S. National Team Development Program on Saturday at Lawson Arena. The Broncos are ready to get back to work, and Coach Pat Ferschweiler says his team has prepared for the challenge of being defending champs.
I know that our players want to succeed and they want to be great. I challenge our coaching staff to come back and be ready to coach these players better than we did last year. I believe we've done that. We all improved over the summer because we ask our players to improve every summer as well. Get bigger, faster, stronger. Make sure that you're more dedicated and focused every single day. And I think we've done that as a staff. I think we're coaching them better already than we did last year in lots of good ways, lots of small ways.
The Broncos were the top scoring team in the nation last year, averaging just under 4 goals per game. Although they lost their top 2 scorers, WMU returns the next 7, all of whom had more than 25 points. WMU also brings back NCHC rookie team and all-NCHC second-team goaltender Hampton Slukinski, who led the conference with a 1.90 goals against average. He was named preseason All-NCHC in September. Also on Saturday, Denver plays an exhibition game against UNLV's club team. The Pioneers took 3rd in the NCHC last year while posting a 31-12-1 record overall and returning to the Frozen Four. Their top 4 scorers moved on, as did senior goaltender Matt Davis, who had 29 wins. But DU brings back junior Sam Harris, who was second in the NCHC with 23 goals a season ago and earned third-team All-NCHC. Poll voters thought enough of the Pios to rank them 4th nationally and 2nd in the NCHC. Last year, DU and UNLV played to a 6-6 exhibition draw at Magnus Arena. Saturday's exhibition schedule also features North Dakota at home against Manitoba from the Canadian college ranks. UND was 5th in the NCHC last season and heads into this year under the direction of new head coach and longtime assistant Dane Jackson. Picked 10th and 11th nationally and 3rd in the NCHC preseason poll, the Fighting Hawks returned 12 players from a year ago, including defenseman Jake Livanovich, who was an All-NCHC first-teamer and was 3rd last year with 28 points. He also was tabbed preseason All-NCHC this year. Manitoba is a regular exhibition opponent for the Fighting Hawks. Last year, UND won 5-0. Finally, Omaha kicks off its season on Friday, hosting an exhibition game with Air Force of Atlantic Hockey. The Mavericks placed 4th in the NCHC last year, but were picked 7th in the 2025-26 preseason poll. Omaha returns reigning NCHC Goaltender of the Year Simon Latkozy for his senior season. He led the conference last year with more than 30 saves a game and was 4th with a .922 save percentage. The last time the Mavericks faced Air Force, they were opening Baxter Arena in October of 2015. Here's one final look at the schedule for opening weekend. 12 games will be shown live on NCHC.TV, the official streaming platform of the conference. Fans can watch more than 180 games throughout the season on NCHC.TV. Enjoy the start of another great season of college hockey, and thanks for watching the NCHC Morning Skate.